Hi, chat. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Happy Monday for those who weren't here on co-working, and welcome back to those who were here on co-working. Hello, hello. Let me see who got first crew. Hold on. Let me scroll down. I'm really excited for the build as well. I am so stoked. I am so stoked. I know, right, Charlie? It's been forever. Hold on. Hopeful Weirdo, Thomas, Esther, Donut, and Alia, congratulations for snatching one of the first 5. I hope you guys enjoy your part of the cool crew today. Thank you so much for being early as I start the stream. I appreciate that lots. I'm doing good, SodaStream. I'm doing good. I got all my work done. I managed to read. I just had pizza and soup for dinner. I absolutely did not spill on my t-shirt, which is absolutely not the reason I changed t-shirts. I didn't spill tomato soup on my white t-shirt. What do you mean? Didn't happen. I didn't even really spill it, actually. It was just like little drops, you know? Also, Lonerly, welcome in. I hope you're doing so well. It is very nice to have you. And Boketo B, welcome in as well. I hope you're doing well, both of you. Welcome to the stream. That it was art. Yeah, I should have just done that. True. I should have just been like, no. All of these stains are supposed to be here, 100%. I mean, to be fair, it was a good excuse to wear this t-shirt because I bought this shirt and I haven't worn it. This is the first time that I just put this on. It's my Lord of the Dance t-shirt, look. I bought it when I went to the show, but then it was winter, so I couldn't wear it because it was way too cold to be wearing a t-shirt. So I'm actually happy that I get to wear it now. I think it's nice. I think it's good. This t-shirts look so iconic. I think that Tomatoes just wanted to wear it. Exactly. Also, super random, by the way. I just have to tell you guys about this because it's like, it's not super important, but I feel like I find it important. So, I have to do a recording tonight for a sponsorship, and they requested a 4K resolution recording. So in my OBS, I actually changed my resolution to 4K. And I was wondering if it would affect stream because I am streaming at a high enough bitrate, and I just checked, and actually my stream is now showing at 2160. So you guys are getting higher quality. I don't know if you'll really see the difference. I personally don't see that much difference between Full HD and 4K. I think also this is 2K because I don't think 4K is actually available yet on Twitch. I think they only have 2K, but I mean, this is literally 2K, so I'm assuming. But my stream is technically 4K right now. So yeah. We've both been just blinded. Exactly. That must be it. That must be it. But no, it's actually kind of cool. I see it, but I can't watch in 2K. This is what disable the quality settings are not supported in your current location. Oh, can you normally watch in 1080? Genuine question. Because if you guys can normally, okay, because then I'm going to switch it back. Because obviously there's no point in me enhancing the quality if the result is that most of you will downgrade. That's dumb. The reason I just made sure that I could do it for the recording tonight, but if that means that most of you guys are going to be watching in 720, I mean, 720 is like fine-ish, but 1080 is a lot better. Like between that, I can actually see the difference, right? I wish that I could actually enable both 1080 as well as 2160. I can now see the individual hairs on your head. I hope you enjoy that site, Walmart. Also, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Watching in 4K right now. Pores looking good. Thank you. I've been doing my skincare every day. I've been doing my best. It doesn't make sense because I can stream into. That is indeed very strange, Porp. Yeah, I'm actually curious as well. Hold on, now I want to look it up. 2K streams unavailable Twitch. I'm like curious what the reasoning is. Because you're okay, yeah, but that's, or you are in a restricted region. Okay, so then we look up restricted regions 2K streams Twitch. If a viewer is outside of the supported areas, the stream automatically downscales to 1080. Even if the creator is broadcasting at a higher resolution. Well, that's a lie. It also says Twitch restricts viewing of 2K, which is 1440p. But I'm currently not streaming in 1440. No, you're right. 2160 is 4K. Yeah, the reason is I changed something in my settings, Create for Sims. So the reason that you can't see 1080 is because I changed something. No, you're so right. I messed up. I don't know why I messed that up. It also says 2K streaming is supported for partners and affiliates using the Twitch's enhanced broadcast tool. I'm not using that. How is my stream output? 4K doesn't even exist on Twitch. Yeah, so currently the only supported areas although the supported areas for 2K should have, hold on, this is really weird. Because the supported areas for 2K is a really large area. It's North America, EMEA countries, MENA countries, LATAM countries, and APAC countries. So that includes United States, Canada, Germany, Austria, Switzerland, United Kingdom, Ireland, France, Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Denmark, Finland, Norway, Sweden, Italy, Spain, Andorra, Portugal, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Qatar, Kuwait, Brazil, Mexico, Argentina, Chile, Colombia. It says all Latin American countries in between brackets, and then Japan, Australia, and New Zealand. No, that's correct. You're supposed to be able, apparently, to stream in 2K. I just never set that up. Do you actually see a difference, Thomas? Genuine question. Because I don't see a difference. Even though I have a 4K monitor. So, like, now I'm just genuinely curious if you can see the difference in quality. Or if you're just messing with me. Which could also be the case, right? I need a side-by-side. Maybe we should make that happen. But now I'm curious, if I change it to maybe not 4K, but like 2K, if that would work. I can't do that while I do think I see you much clearer. Interesting. Open a VOD? I mean, I guess I could do that. There's no extra pixels, basically. Wait, what do you mean there's no extra pixels? It's a little crispy. Interesting. Um, 2K would be more accessible, yeah. The thing is, I can't change it right now because I'm live, I think. I don't think you can change your video settings while you're streaming. Yeah, no, that's locked. You have automatic setting. Yeah, so what is it set to right now? No, but now I'm actually curious. Like, if I put it side by side, I don't think I really see a difference. But again, I'm really bad at seeing these differences, so it could just be me that I really don't see it. Normally stream resolution is below my screen resolution. I'm at 1440p height, but also made the window 4K and moved the blank space outside of it. I'm still confused. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's what I'm currently streaming at, Esther. I know, me too, Minilu. I'm very excited for Minecraft. Yeah, I think that is the auto then. I think that's the auto. That's the one that I'm... No, auto is above it. If I go on auto, I wonder what it will pick. Yeah, then it goes to the source for me. If I do auto, it goes to the source. But I guess it depends maybe on your screen and your internet connection. But it is annoying if you now are forced to watch in 720. I didn't realize that it would force you to do that if you can't watch the higher resolution. I will make sure to fix that. Auto still went for, yeah, 720. So I guess then, what, may I ask what region you're in, Porp? Genuine question. Because now I'm curious if it is indeed the region lock thing. But I think you're in a region that was included, right? But maybe I'm misremembering. Not restricted area. Yep. No, I mean, I'm going to change it back. Asia Manila. Okay, yeah, so that wasn't included. So that makes sense then. And I think Romania was also not on the list of the countries included. Okay, so then I guess it is the same restrictions as the 2K. But then at least if I'm streaming in 2K, but you guys are still getting the 1080, I'm fine. But if I'm streaming in 4K and you guys are getting the 720, that's not cool. Central Europe, yeah, it includes some European countries, but it seems to be mostly Western Europe. Yeah, Poland was also excluded. Exactly, yeah. See, that's what confuses me, Porp. I don't know why that happens. Hold on, I feel like I have to sneeze. Nope. Horrible. I hate that feeling, especially if you also like feel it in your throat. Absolutely the worst. Also, Myrna, welcome in. It's good to see you. Anyways, for today, the stream will just be at 720 then, I guess, for some people. I will fix that, though. Don't worry. This was a random experiment, and now we learn. I did not know this, but I guess now we learn. Twitch said you don't have enough pixels. Interesting. You don't... wait. Yeah, so the thing is, my stream, I would expect it to have the 4K option or the 2K option, but I'm streaming in 4K, which technically is also not supposed to be possible. Well, that's the thing, Philippe. I'm not going to be able to record in better resolution or in wow. I will record tonight in the better resolution for the sponsorship, but then I'm going to change it because I'm not going to change this every single time I stream. So then I'll just change it back. For me, it doesn't really matter. I export most of my YouTube videos on like 1080p anyways. So I was just mostly curious what it would do on Twitch. It's just that this specific sponsor requested like a 4K video. So I was like, okay, let me make sure that that is set up for tonight after stream. That's what I messed up yesterday. I actually recorded this video yesterday after stream in full HD rather than 4K. So I was like, okay, let me go back. I have to fix this now. I have to redo the recording. It's only 15 minutes, but still I felt very silly. It's like content for a brand, and it's like sort of like an interview style. So I have to ask myself the question, and then I have to answer it. It's like just they're gonna cut into that video, and they're gonna use like snippets of it. And I recorded the whole thing. Was really proud of some of the answers I gave because I tried to keep it like natural and a little bit more improvised. I didn't script anything. And then I was like really proud. And then this morning I was like, okay, so I'm ready to send it off. And then I looked over at the message and I was like, fuck, it's supposed to be 4K. I have to redo this. So unfortunate. Oh, well. It's fine. It's fine. It only took 15 minutes. And I feel like the second take might even be better now that I know what I want to say. So, you know, maybe it's not bad. Maybe it's all going to be fine. Also, we have 4 wheel spins to do before we get into gaming today. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring them up. I think what I'll do is I'll actually spin the wheel 4 times. And then I'll write down what we're doing and then we'll do them in one go. Unless it's like wearing the crown or something, then I'll just immediately grab it. Yeah, at least it was short. Exactly. Imagine if that had happened to like a video of like, I don't know, half an hour to an hour. That would have sucked. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, I'm going to spin it. Words on stream. Nice. Ooh, you guys are lucky. Hunger Games. Gart. Oh my god. What is this? This is like mini game bonanza. You're literally getting all the mini games on the wheel spin. That's wild. And a dance party. Oh my god, that's perfect. Dance parties are fun. For anyone who doesn't know what the dance parties are, we literally just pick a dance track on Spotify and we just, like, we listen to it and we vibe. That's all we do. It's just, and then everybody gets to put their favorite dance emojis in chat and we're all just vibing to a good song. That's what we do for the entire song. And then, so the Words on Stream and Gartic are both interactive games that you guys can participate in chat. The Hunger Games is a simulation game. So basically what it does, it's a website where I will input your names from chat. And then it will simulate a Hunger Games story with your names in it. And it's like, you don't have to do anything. It will literally just generate it. So all you have to do is when I tell you to put a certain emote in chat, to put that emote in chat, that is like basically your ticket to join. It's first come, first serve. And then, Micah! Thank you so much for the 25 months. That is such a long time. That is like well over 2 years. That is wild. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enjoy all your subby perks for a whole month more. But yeah, I think let's actually start with Words on Stream. Let's actually do it in the order that we spun it in. And then we wrap up with a dance party before we, like, while the dance party is happening, I can start up Minecraft. I like that. Let's start with Words on Stream. This is fun. I like this. Yes, of course, Chris. I'll do my best to be a good distraction. And enjoy lurking. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Okay, let's load this up. Let's go here to my community games thingy. Is it gonna load? There we go. Okay. Also, hi, Ellen. I love you too. It is good to see you. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Minecraft stream. No, I do really want to play Minecraft, so we'll be okay. We're probably gonna start like 15 minutes later, but we're definitely still gonna play Minecraft. For anyone who's never played Words on Stream, it's very simple. You'll see letters on the screen. You can make words with it. You have to find the anagrams. You just type the words in chat. This game will read our Twitch chat and put all your guesses in. If it's correct, it'll unlock a word. If you have guessed the word correctly, there will be a little lock next to your name, which means that you cannot guess until the timer hits the next, like, unlock. Then you'll see the lock next to your name disappear, and you can play again. Some important tips. The longest word always contains all the right letters. So as soon as the longest word is guessed, just use that instead of the letters on the screen. Because at one point, there's going to be hidden letters, there's going to be fake letters. So as soon as someone guesses the longest word, use that as your guiding point. It makes it a ton easier. Secondly, the words are organized alphabetically. So if you're trying to guess and there is a word somewhere in there that is like still missing and it's in between two other words, you can basically guess what the starting letter of the word is going to be. Those are all my tips. Good luck. I'll make sure that you guys can actually hear it. Oh, slow mode off. That's a really good shout. Yes, I always forget that we have that on. Hold on. I turned it off. There we go. What? Felipe, what the heck? You were so fast. Hold on. I guess it's a little loud, huh? I always just start typing the most random words. Vies. That's such a Dutch word. Um. Yeah, makes sense. Such a dirty word as well. Exactly. um. I guessed one. Let's go. Ooh, enjoy Zumba. Enjoy, enjoy. Have a good time. Let's freaking go. You got all of them. Slay. That means that we get to skip 5 levels. That does mean that it immediately gets a lot harder. But you got this. I have full faith. You guys absolutely aced this level. Cinnamon. Slay. Damn. Yeah, I honestly, Minilu was very fast. um, there's no, um, nice. This is hard. My brain is not braining, apparently. But still, 3 levels. Let's freaking go. Very nice. Also, Felipe absolutely dominating that leaderboard. Holy shit. Damn. Tender. Wow. Nice. Okay, so the H is fake. I'm always blown. Every single time we play this game, I'm so blown away by like how smart you guys are. Ender, of course. Why is tree not a word? I find that very rude. It would fit so... Oh, tree is already on there. That's why. Never mind. I just didn't see that. Let's... What the hell? GG's, guys. GG's. Doing so well. Lizard. Nice. Oh my god, I keep making typos. My nails are too long. Laird. I should have known that one. Oh my god, that was actually a word. Okay. I love that, though. Another 5 levels. Let's freaking go. Let's freaking go. Level 19. Also, hi, Ruby. Welcome in. Ooh, density is one of the words. Destiny is the longest word. Okay, so the G is fake. I still keep guessing with the G, but the G is fake. I hate it when you can't see the letters. You guys are doing well, though. Let's freaking go. I know, Jess, same. As soon as you tell my brain, like, don't use this letter, my brain's like, okay, I can only think of words with that letter now. Let's go, Porf! Let's go, let's go. We got it, though. We just got it, but we did get it. Let's freaking go. 1 level. Close call, but we did it. I'm proud of you guys. Faye was just faster than I was. Broomed. Nice. Let's go. Boomer. Nice. Romeo. Nice. That was so well done, though. Holy shit. You guys got so many. 3 stars, 3 levels. Same, Lonerly. I'm not good at this. Feuds. I think the C might be fake, yeah. After guessing so many words with the C and they're all fake, then probably fused. How? Okay, so it's the C that's correct. It's the A that is false, and it's an O. Focused. Crazy. Defocus. Damn. Damn. Well done, though. Holy shit. Level 23. You guys have to realize that is really, really good. Okay, so for anyone who struggles with words, let's do Gartic. Because this is a redemption for anyone who struggles with words. Because now you just have to guess pictures. What's the record? So the record is level 45, but that was set like 4 years ago before they made the game more difficult. So the record isn't really fair to compare to because I think about 2.5 years ago, they randomly gave Words on Stream an update. Good games. GG stands for good games or good game. So it's basically like just a shorter way of telling someone you're like, good game. In Gartic, our record is level 19. And that they didn't change. Gartic didn't get like more difficult. So, hold on. I'm going to have to go here. There we go. So yeah. Okay. Let's do Gartic. You just have to guess. You see photos on the screen and you just guess what you think it is. Just type it in chat. French fries. That makes sense. Oh my god, I was about to type bonsai. You guys are doing so well. What are those called? Head lice. They're not called head lice. Tick. No. Or are they just called lice? Is that how you write that? I learn new things every day. Okay, but well done. 3 stars. Let's go. I really wish that it would tell you what you were missing. It's like, I want to know the ones that we didn't guess. I know, Thomas. I know. I thought the same. What is that called? Prosthetic. No, it's not that. Oh, just jaw. I can't believe I guessed salami. I got 6 this round. What the fuck? I was feeling like I was doing well, but I didn't know I was doing that well. This round spoke to me for some reason. Especially the salami. I don't know how I got that. Oh, dang it. I made a typo. Oh, stork. That's what it's called. You guys are doing so well. Oh, what is that called? It's not dragon fruit. It's the one that smells really bad. Oh, it's not. It was soursop. Looks similar, though. Yeah, durian. Serpent. Nice. If that's not a teacher, then what the fuck is it? Come on. Can opener, nice. Some of these drawings are wild. It's like, what do you mean that's not teacher or teaching or chalkboard or classroom? I don't think we tried classroom. Maybe someone did. But you guys are doing well. You did? Oh, okay. Not classroom then. Then what was it? Oh, a goose. Of course. Oh, a tripod. A spinning top. Oh, that's how you write it. I wrote it wrong. Treasure. Nice. Holy shit, you guys did so well this round. Damn. Let's freaking go. I'm so proud of you. Oh, cleaner. Nice. Oh, lobster. Nice. Oh, a doll. How do you write bouquet? If it's para and it says it's a medic, why is not paramedic or medic or paramedic? Like, why? But yeah, we did it. We did it. We actually got it. Next level, level 14. Damn. You guys are doing so well. Oh, mare. Let's go. What is that one at the bottom supposed to be? What is that kind of fish? I have no idea. How do you write crotches? Crotches with a U. I wrote it wrong. I wrote crotches, not crutches. Lol. Oh, eye contact. That would have been a good one. But GG's, guys. Holy shit. You guys did so well. You did so well. We got so many. Yeah, small letter difference, big meaning difference. Big meaning difference. Jeff Lee, let's go. Thank you so much for hanging out enough that you got to redeem the coconut. Let's freaking go. I was so into it. Let's go though. I'm proud of you. Okay, I'm gonna find the Hunger Games. I'm gonna prep it. Okay. For anyone that wants to join, you can type this emote in chat. This is season 30, by the way. Holy shit. That's crazy. Maybe I type it right. That would help, probably. Also, if you win the Hunger Games and you don't have the role yet, we can give you the Hunger Games winner role in the Discord. Let me make sure to type that correctly. I say as I make a typo. Also, hi Lily, it's good to see you. I'll go with Hope so that I don't have to say your whole name while reading the story because we have so many short names. Okay, that's it. If you didn't get a chance now, if you didn't make this round, don't worry. I'll oh, sorry, I made a typo. Yeah, that's my fault. Thank you. Sorry. That should have been you. Yes. Yes, there's a story. So basically what will happen is oh, also I hate that it doesn't auto select it anymore. I always select the same gender for everyone and I just read it with gender neutral pronouns because otherwise it becomes a whole hassle. It also only offers binary options, so I just read it with they them. If I fuck up, I'm sorry. I always do my best, but sometimes the text still confuses me. It will generate a story. You guys can just sit back, relax. We'll do a district check so that you can double check who is in your district in a moment. You don't have to do anything. The story will just make itself. Wait. It is with 2 eyes? Wait, it is? I always... Why did I always assume the 7 was an L? And then 9 was just random. Lol. I don't know why I never clocked that. There we go. I fixed it. I did not realize that. But thanks for correcting me. Appreciate it. Nicknames, don't use images. Submit. Okay. District check, everyone. I'll just quickly grab my Spotify so that we can switch to the Hunger Games soundtrack. Very important. There we go. But yeah, check who's on your district. Make sure that you know, because it's very important. Because if you don't know, you might just accidentally unalive your district buddy. It has happened before. It has happened before. Also, if you're not in this time around, pick who you want to root for. It can be a full district. It can be a singular person. Decide who you're going to cheer to. Maybe you want to sponsor them at one point. You can't actually do that, but like, you know, there's random sponsors. Maybe you guys in chat can be the anonymous sponsors. But let's actually start. This was the reaping for the 30th annual Hunger Games. Let's proceed. The bloodbath. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Lena retrieves a trident from inside the cornucopia. Pirate Cake stays at the cornucopia for resources. Lee snatches a pair of says. A terrible sound runs from the cornucopia. Chris runs. Snack snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Yule runs. Carolina runs. Chris runs. Jess runs. Elia runs. Micah runs. Lily runs. Rihanna, Faye, and Liv work together to get as many supplies as possible. Burb takes a handful of throwing knives. Porb kills Amelie as they try to run. I'm sorry. Thomas grabs a sword. Soso grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Light snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Hope and Philippa fight for a bag. Hope gives up and retreats. Day 1. Hope collects fruit from a tree. Thomas sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Chris searches for firewood. Jess diverts Lena's attention and runs away. Lee receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Snack and Yule work together for the day. Elia makes a wooden spear. Lily practices their archery. Pirate Cake is pinched by thorns while picking berries. Micah questions their sanity. Chris severely slices Liv with a sword. Ooh, that's not good. Carolina receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Rihanna goes hunting. Light constructs a shack. Philippa begs for Porp to kill them. They refuse, keeping Philippa alive. Soso goes hunting. A terrible sound camouflages themselves in the bushes. Burb travels to higher ground, and Faye is also pricked by thorns while picking berries. Fallen tributes, Day 1. Amelie and Liv. May you rest in peace. Night 1. Carolina and Rihanna huddle for warmth. Light thinks about home. Jess tries to sing themselves to sleep. Hope questions their sanity. Mike attends to their wounds. Snack tries to treat their infection. Burb and Elia talk about the tribute still alive. Philippa attends to Lena's wounds. Porp receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. A terrible sound and Chris hold hands. Lee quietly hums. Pirate Cake sets up camp for the night. Chris goes to sleep. Lily sets up camp for the night. Yule thinks about winning. Soso goes to sleep. Faye and Thomas huddle for warmth. Day 2. Chris tries to sleep through the entire day. Light constructs a shack. Yule and Lily work together for the day. Carolina, Elia, Faye, Pirate Cake, and Hope hunt for other tributes. Micah collects fruit from a tree. Lena receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Philippa discovers a river. Soso dies from hypothermia. Oh no, that's sad. Snack fishes. Thomas kills Burp with a hatchet. Jess questions their sanity. Rihanna scares Lee off. Chris receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Porb sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. A terrible sound searches for a water source. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Soso and Burb, may you rest in peace. Faye destroys Lily's supplies while they are asleep. Elia looks at the night sky. Yule passes out from exhaustion. Jess destroys Lena's supplies while they are asleep. Chris stays awake all night. Philippa, Pirate Cake, and Porp get into a fight. Porp triumphantly kills them both. Snack receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Thomas and Rihanna huddle for warmth. Chris and Light hold hands. Hope is awoken by nightmares. Carolina passes out from exhaustion. Lee tends to Micah's wounds, and a terrible sound cries themselves to sleep. Micah and Thomas hunt for other tributes. Yule receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Porp, Rihanna, and Hope hunt for other tributes. Chris makes a wooden spear. Faye sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Elia receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Snack chases Lily. Jess receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Light, Chris, and a terrible sound successfully ambush and kill Lena, Carolina, and Lee. Damn. Ooh, there's an arena event. A fire spreads throughout the arena. Jess survives. A terrible sound kills Elia in order to utilize a body of water safely. A fireball strikes Rihanna, killing them. Hope and Snack fail to find a safe spot and suffocate. Micah survives. Porp survives. Yule kills Thomas in order to utilize a body of water safely. Lily falls to the ground, but kicks Faye hard enough to push them into the fire. A fireball strikes Light, killing them. Chris survives, and Chris survives. Both Chris's are still in there. Fallen Tributes, Day 3. 12 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Philippa, Pirate Cake, Lena, Carolina, Lee, Elia, Rihanna, Hope, Snack, Thomas, Faye, and Light. I think it's time for a status check because that was absolutely brutal. District 1, of course, the trained ones are still alive. Chris and a terrible sound with 3 and 4 kills. Holy shit. That's wild. District 2, Jess is defending the honor of District 2. Chris is defending the honor of District 3. Yule is defending the honor of District 4. Mike is defending the honor of District 5. District 6 is out. District 7, Porp with 3 kills, is defending the honor of District 7 now. District 8 is out. District 9 is out. District 10 is out. District 11, Lily is defending the honor of District 11. And then District 12 is also fully out. So for anyone who picked someone to root for, this is your chance to switch. If the district that you were rooting for is eliminated, this is your chance to switch. Let's proceed. Chris lets Micah into their shelter. Lily begs for Porp to kill them. They refuse, keeping Lily alive. Jess tends to a terrible sound's wounds. Chris sets up camp for the night. Yule receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Porp and Chris track down and kill Lily. Chris sets off an explosive, killing Jess, Micah, and a terrible sound. Yule bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Wait, so that means we have Porp, Chris, and Chris. There's 3 people left. What if the finale is between Chris and Chris? That would be confusing for me to read. But maybe Porp kills both Chris's. Maybe Porp is like, I don't discriminate. Both Chris's can go. I think maybe if I click proceed, we might know. Porp travels to higher ground. Chris constructs a shack. Chris camouflages themselves in the bushes. Okay, so day 4, no one dies. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the district. In the distance. Lily, Jess, Mike, a terrible sound, and Yule. Okay, hold on. So we have District 1 versus District 3 versus District 7. Okay. Chris tends to Porp wounds. Chris receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Oh, do you guys want to do... Okay, let's do a prediction. Yes. Now that we don't know yet, let's do a prediction. Then you guys can gamble your channel points. Hold on. Let me do that. I'll set up a prediction. Hold on. Who will win? Question mark. Chris? Chris? Or Porp? This isn't confusing at all. I'll give you guys a minute to predict. Also, I love that Chris is like fulfilling her Mott duties, even in the Hunger Games. Chris is like, no, let me take care of you guys. You're part of the community. Don't worry. I know, Jess. I hate it when that happens. Oh my goodness. Someone is putting in a lot of points. Damn. Oh, this is fun. Sorry, I get really excited for stuff like this. I don't know why, but someone put 50,000. Holy shit. I'm assuming. Okay, okay. Prediction is over. Are you guys ready? Can we get drum rolls in chat? Because I think the next time I click, I'm assuming it's gonna, it's probably, we're probably gonna know. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll be 2 clicks away. Okay. Chris chases Chris. Porp travels to higher ground. We still don't know. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Chris starts a fire. Chris loses sight of where they are. Porp receives an explosive. Chris shoots an arrow into Chris's head. Porp bleeds out due to untreated injuries. Congratulations, Chris. Not Chris calling Chris. No, killing Chris. That is heavily confusing. Oh my goodness. Dang, okay. There can only be one Chris. Oh my goodness. That is actually wild. Okay, so 9 people predicted correctly. That is crazy. 9 people are getting a lot of channel points now. Absolutely wild. Hang on, I want to say something. The problem is, I bet my points on Chris. Sorry, Chris, but that's really funny. Not you betting against yourself. That is peak. That is peak. I'm so sorry that you just lost your points, I guess. Again, you bet against yourself and somehow you won but lost. Exactly. That does mean you'll get the Hunger Games winner song in the Discord. The song, roll. What? I can't talk anymore. Wow. But congratulations for winning. That was iconic. Exactly. Moral of the story, never stop believing in yourself. The reason I said song is because I thought to myself, oh, I have to stop this song and pick the song for the dance party. You know what we can do? Hold on, I have an idea. I have a perfect idea. Because it's still Pride Month. So, how about we bang it out to, I know exactly what song I want to listen to. For the dance party. Enjoy. Put all your dance emotes in chat, okay? Hello? I just clicked this and it just didn't load. We've done that. We've done that. We've listened to Kadri. Made you perfect, babe. Cause God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track. Baby, I was born this way. Just love yourself and you're set. I was born this way. All the way. I was born this way. Baby, I was born this way, yay. Just be a queen. I love seeing all the different dancing emotes, by the way. Giant. Cause God makes no mistakes. So many twerk emotes. Also, to anyone watching the VOD, just put on the song. Ain't no other way. Baby, I was born this way. Born this way. Ooh, there ain't no other way. Baby, I was born this way. Big track, baby, I was born this way, yay. I'm trying to see how many. The clogs are still so funny to me. Just be a queen. Or evergreen. Watching this with no audio. We're having a dance party. Doing backing vocals, yeah. I'll do the backing vocals. I can do that. Just love yourself and you said you're on the right track. Baby, you were born this way, eh? Ain't no other way. I was born this way. I was born this way. Other way. Born this way. I was born this way, hey. Right track, baby. I was born this way, hey. Let's go. Track, baby. I was born this way, yay. That was so good. I'm very happy that we got to do that. that was a good dance party. That was a good pride dance party. I like it. Hold on. Gotta go back to the lo-fi playlist. Thank you guys for dancing with me. I really loved seeing all those dancing emotes. That was a really good combo of the spinny wheel. Honestly, we got like all the peak ones. I love that for us. Okay, are you guys ready? It's time for Minecraft. I can't believe we literally did 45 minutes of wheel spin stuff. It's like 15 minutes until break time. Lol. Oopsie. Because one single streamer, she puts a pack of like 50 twerk emotes on her throne, and I wanted to do a funny. That's amazing, Chris. I love that. What other ones that you get besides Hunger Games and Dance Party? Gartic and Words on Stream. We literally got all the mini games in one round. It's wild. And actually, chat did so well on the mini games as well. Like, absolutely aced it. You're just gonna start 15 minutes later. Yeah, but then you guys did really well in both Words on Stream and Gartic. We've had moments where like Words on Stream or Gartic was over really fast because we just got game over super fast. I didn't assume for some reason that both would go really well today. So I'm just really proud of you guys. You absolutely ate that up. Yes, that's what I'm saying, Chris. Exactly. Exactly. You figured it out. But yeah, hold on. Okay. Loading into the world. Well, that's rude. I mean, true. It kind of is. What's the record? I actually don't know, Chris. I don't think I've ever checked. I think somewhere around that. Okay, stream's probably gonna lag for a little bit because we're gonna walk out of here and it's gotta load in all the voxy things. It's got to load in the world. Then it always... Oh, yeah, good one. We need to turn slow mode back on. Good shout. It will get better soon. It's just loading everything. Okay, come on. My game is already smooth again. I can hear you, but I can't see. Wait, what do you mean you can't see? I'll turn slow mode on, by the way. Hold on. There we go. It's still giving an encoding overload, by the way, in my OBS. I'll just start walking around sometimes and it gets better. I should probably just quickly sleep because I can't see in the dark which parts of the horizon have not loaded in. Because if lag, I can't see you moving, but I can see the stream. I mean, the lag is not that bad that you shouldn't be able to see me move at all. You have to get ready for bed. The Hunger Games was so fun. Literally cried from laughing. I'm so happy that you enjoyed it. And enjoy sleep. I hope you have really good sleeps. Okay, it's still saying encoding overload, but I feel like the world has loaded in and it should be fine now. Is it actually lagging for you guys right now? When are we going to watch Paint Dry You Promised? This is literally your first time saying anything in this chat. I don't think I ever promised anything like that. Are you sure you're not confusing me with someone else? It is laggy? Oh. Wait, that's really weird because for me it's not laggy. Okay, hold on. I'll quit out of it and see. Now it's saying encoding over. Oh, wait a second. I just had a realization as to why that could be. I just quit my game altogether. Uh-oh. It says, I think I'm still live, but I get the pop-up notification that my OBS just crashed. I think we're back, right? I think we're back. I took the opportunity to immediately turn the stream back to, or like turn the output back. I do wonder, I think there might be some weird conflict right now. No, it is back to 1080. I put it back to 1080. I think that's actually what crashed stuff, is the fact that it was trying to encode a 4K stream. So yeah. I think that's the reason. I do have to say that I have a feeling like my current install of OBS is probably bugged. I think there is a plugin or something that is causing shit, because that shouldn't have crashed. Like, even with just loading into my Minecraft world, like yesterday, that was fine. And also the game yesterday, I tried the game without having OBS open. It was fine. When I tried small spaces without OBS, it was perfectly fine. It ran smooth as butter. So I have a feeling like something in my OBS is not okay. The good thing is I'm going to do a clean install of OBS on my new PC anyways. So yeah. I guess this problem will resolve itself in less than a week. And then I'll just, because this is also a version of OBS where there's like plugins that I used to have that I uninstalled and, you know, like stuff that's just not perfect. So I'm just gonna make sure that on the clean install, I got everything set up properly. And then if we still run into issues like this, I'll do some research on what is happening. Exactly. Artemis is just sabotaging Athena. I think so. I think so as well. But yeah. Let's see if it happens again. Let's hope it doesn't. Like, it usually lags a little bit when we're loading into the game. And then it restores itself and it's fine for the rest of the stream. But that's not super weird because loading into this world, it just has to load everything with Foxy. But as soon as it's all loaded in, we should be okay. Just gonna let it load. Like, you can even see it be glitchy. Okay, it's not going away, though. No, you're supposed to have lags now because I'm loading into the world, but it's supposed to stop. There we go. It stopped. It should be all good now. We should be smooth. All good now, see? I think that's like, it usually happens when I load into the world. So at this point, I'm used to that. But, okay. So, plan of approach for today. Before we go into break time in like 6 minutes. No, Charlie, that's supposed to happen. That's why I said when I load into the game, everyone will get tiny lags. Oh, sound lags. Oh, the sound lags are not supposed to happen. But it could be caused by the encoding overload as well. I'm not surprised that the sound at one point also starts to lag. Sorry, I thought you were talking about the camera lags. We need dirt. We're gonna need a whole lot of dirt. Wait, why do I have jungle planks in my inventory? Let me put that away. Dirt. I was gonna get a whole bunch of dirt, but first let me get my shulker boxes because we're actually gonna fill a bunch of shulker boxes with dirt because we're gonna start with terraforming and we're gonna need a lot of dirt and grass. So I might as well just take a whole bunch of it. I just put a shulker box in front of an item frame. Yeah. I did that and then I was like, I think that item frame was empty anyways, but still not ideal. Okay. Let's get... Luckily, I have a lot of dirt. That's actually really convenient. But we're going to start with terraform. Oh my god, I actually do have a lot of dirt. But I'm also virtually emptying it out right now. Lily, let's go! Thank you so much for hanging out enough that you got to redeem the palm tree roll. Let's go, let's go. Do I just take all of this? Maybe I do. We're actually going to need a lot, so I might as well just take all of it. And then we can have one shulker box with just the grass because we can use that for the top layer. Okay. Got everything. And then we're actually going to start with a great project. Well, actually, hold on. I need something else. I need ladders. It is really pretty. Thank you, Dai. Thank you, thank you. I'm really happy with how the storage room turned out. I am going to need ladders. Because one thing that we're going to actually do is we're going to remove those doors that go into my villager breeder, because that's part of the train that we're going to terraform. Because that side of the build is not pretty. So we're going to have to fix this, but that means that these doors are going to have to go. And that means that right here, we're going to dig up. And I'm going to do a ladder, which later we're going to have to connect this to the library build. The reason I already wanted to make this is so that I know when we do the library build where this ladder is going to have to end, because actually I hate the placement of this. This is like horrible. So it's actually a good check that I'm doing this now. I'm trying to think, can I make that ladder... Thank you for the uptime reminder. We have ads coming in like 2 minutes. I think maybe the ladder should be going there. Hold on. I have a feeling like I'm going to have to fix this really quickly. Stay there. There we go. Okay. There we go. We're eventually going to have to probably, or no, not have to, but I eventually want to do a bubble fader. I will also have to do the ladder in a way that my villagers cannot actually climb it. 'Cause I don't want them to escape. Which means I'll have to skip the first one. That is fine. Like, we can still go on it, but villagers cannot. There we go. Yeah, that is much more convenient. Still not ideal. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I might change it again. I might actually put it right here. Lol, I cannot make up my mind about this, apparently. I'm trying to get this done before the break starts. Do you think I can do it? I mean, I think I can. Also, Dyra, welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Okay. That can go there. That can go there. Got all my ladders back. I hate that that will go through that beam, but I guess it's fine. I guess it is fine. Ad break is starting soon. We have 35 seconds. Yes. With this, I can work. I think if I do the build, I should be able to build it in so that it, like, ends up right there. Like, we can make a little side room to the build that will go around this. I think that will be perfectly fine. I do think I have to move these beds just so that my villagers can truly not actually climb that ladder. I think this bed will be fine. But I don't trust Ralph and Tay. I will also have to do something about this because this looks hideous, but that's a project for another day. I just wanted to make sure that I can still get in here if I remove the doors. Okay, the ads are starting. I'll talk to you guys in 5 minutes, and then we're actually going to terraform, okay? Catch you guys in just a teeny tiny bit. Hello. I am back. I'm back. Okay. It actually doesn't really matter which blocks we place here because you won't ever see them again. That scared the living crap out of me. I did not expect that one there. I think, speaking of, we're going to have to break the nether portal because it's in the way. I'm going to have to move it up the mountain. I think, however, because I'm only moving it so little, I'm literally moving it from here to back here. I think for now, I'll just put the portal like where we eventually plan on putting it. I'll break it when we actually start making something here and like, although I am going to terraform this, so maybe I'll only put it here when I'm done with terraforming. But yeah, I think it will still sync up to our old portal in the nether once I break it. Because we're only moving it with so little. And obviously the amount of blocks in the overworld versus the nether is very different. So I think it will just sync up to our old portal. I'm hoping it will sync up to our old portal because I actually like the place of that portal. Like, it's quite a convenient portal location in the nether. It has a lot of things close by. And it's actually on solid land, you know, not on like some random lava island. So I'll just put it in this chest for now. And then I can remake the portal somewhere else later. But then it's at least already in the right place, I think. Okay, is this one the one this is the one with grass, so we don't need that one just yet. We're gonna need the ones. Also, I don't like building in the dark, so I'm just gonna sleep quickly. I just put leaves on a building in a Mesa village I'm building and renovating them all again because the whole point of me building this village is when I try out new techniques and I always just spam leaves. Yeah. But honestly, okay, I get that so much, Jess, of like wanting to try out new things because specifically working in a Mesa, it's kind of difficult. If you're used to building like more cottagecore style, and indeed like you're someone who spams plants and leaves and stuff, I'm very guilty of that. It is a really difficult thing to do. As in, it's really fun. It's a good challenge, but it's definitely a challenge for sure. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do, let me actually grab some more shulkers with I'll put that one. Also, hi Rosalie, welcome in. That's the one with, I'll put that behind so I remember. And then we're just gonna get a bunch of dirt. And I'll just put this in here. And then I think what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start laying out the outline of how I want the terrain to go here. Because the thing is, I want to smoothen out this, right? But I don't want the terrain to come out too far, actually. So I'm going to have to figure out how far I can go out before I have to, like, start going back. And because this area here is also, I don't really like how that frames. Okay, my horses are kind of in the way. Hold on. Both of you, come with me, please. We're gonna move you quickly because... Actually, maybe I should move them... Where am I gonna put my horses? Maybe just back there. Because if I'm gonna change this into the, wow. Speaking. Into the town square that I want to build, actually, they're kind of in the way in general. So I think I'll just put them here. Definitely did not want to do that. And no, absolutely not. It looks really good, though. I'm doing good, Rosalia. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Okay, so then we would fill this in. And then I'm going to just quickly use free cam to kind of see if this was the base of the path, if I like that. And also, I wonder if this is enough space to, like, make that mountain slope naturally. The thing is, I'm going to expand, probably, the bay here a little bit as well. So maybe it's not going to be that bad. I don't know. I find terraforming really hard to do in Minecraft. I do think that if this is where we have our dock, coming into the square and then having like a winding path from here actually would make sense. So that is good. Hold on. Let me try to go inward here already. Oh, I'm using coarse dirt. Oops, I didn't. Apparently, I had a stack of coarse dirt that I now... That's fine. I don't really mind. Ooh, that's gonna take a while. It will depend on your tools, though, I guess, right? If you have good tools, that's not too bad. You know what is really ironic? I actually... The stuff that I'm placing back right now, I think you can still turn it back. I mean, I could, but I don't really care. You're not gonna see it anyways. It's below all of this. Like, this I might have to fix because that's gonna be grass, but it's fine. You have netherite tools. Don't know the enchantments, though. Okay. Enchantments make a big difference, though. It could be worth it to, like, get those before you start digging that out. No, I guess this is just gonna go like this, then. I don't like that corner. That needs to go in one earlier. There we go. And I think I might actually shave off one more additional layer at the top, because that will make it easier to make this nice and flat. But also, I think it actually looks better because right now, this layer doesn't really add anything. And, like, if we want to make it even with this layer where our portal is going to be, I think I might just remove this layer of dirt as well. We're going to have to change all that stone to dirt. That's going to be really annoying. Oh, see, now I do like my efficient shovel. Sometimes my efficient shovel is challenging. But now I'm like, yes, thank you very much. I like this. Look at how smooth this goes. Very satisfying. With efficiency, you're all good. I mean, it's not the highest efficiency because that would be efficiency 5, but with efficiency 4, you're probably pretty good. You could always, if you wanted to be even faster, you could upgrade to efficiency 5, but efficiency 4 is a really good... Lol. I forgot that one drops because it's... Not many things in Minecraft are subject to gravity. Jesus, that's loud. And I always forget which things are subject to gravity. It's actually kind of funny. Okay. Whee! Taking all of this away. There we go. And then we're going to have to fix all of that below. I love how all of these things can just float. It's so silly. And then there's like these few things that cannot float in Minecraft. It's very weird. It's very not consistent. Oh, you mean like when you drop that? You didn't have to remind me of that. Hello? I had selectively forgotten about that, okay? No, that's actually the first thing I thought about as well. I was just hoping that no one else would remember. I was hoping no one else would clock that, but clearly well, I'm pretty sure efficiency 4 and 5 is the difference between insta mining stone or not. No, it's not. Oh, with a beacon. Okay, yes, with a beacon it is. But you cannot insta-mine anything without a beacon. Apart from, I think, nether stuff. What is that called? That's, I think, insta-mine. It's going pretty quick. It's just a lot of blocks, yeah. Most of your time is spent putting cobblestone and shulkers. It's nice that you're saving it, though. Like, that might feel tedious now, but you're going to thank yourself at one point that you did that. Because then you're going to build something where you need a lot of stone, and then you're like, oh, damn, that was actually really nice that I saved it. Yes, I was, Dina. I was. But then a certain person ate tomato soup. And a certain person accidentally spilled tomato soup on her t-shirt. That person definitely wasn't me. No. I 100% didn't do that. I would never do that. I never spill my food. Especially not on white t-shirts. So yeah, no, I'm totes wearing the same shirt. May have to make a smelter on the top. You could also put silk touch on your pickaxe. Then you don't pick it up as cobble. Then you just pick it up as stone if you want to. Like, for example, I'm now picking up everything as stone because I have silk touch. It's very convenient. Yeah, someone else spilled tomato soup on my t-shirt. How rude. It was toot. It was toot 100%. Also, I'm just realizing we currently don't have any torches here because I removed all the terrain, which means that this is basically now a ginormous spawn platform for mobs. So we're definitely going to have to go sleep, and I currently don't have a bed on me, I think. No. And I also don't think I have a bed in my ender chest anymore because I think I put that near my end portal, ironically enough. No, I did not mean to place that one. So yeah, I guess I should go to my bed, huh? Because I don't want a creeper spawning on here and then undoing all the work I just did. The thing is, it's not that dark because I do have certain spots that are actually lit up. Like, see, there's only very few places they can spawn. Which we can just fix. There we go. There we go. Now we can continue to work. No problem. Yeah, it must have been the wind, maybe. Dude, her redness just got on my shirt. A certain person had spaghetti and also spilled on her white shirt. No, it wasn't you. It wasn't you. You would never do that. What key do you use to press the numbers? F9. But it's a mod. So just so you know, you can't do that in vanilla Minecraft. I have a mod installed for it. Which I don't think I've added to my mod pack. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I don't remember if I already used this. You're playing with my mod pack? Okay, then it should be in there, I think. And I think it's the default key that I'm using. What are the numbers for? It displays the light levels on the blocks. And if a light level is 0, aka if it's red, a mob can spawn on there. I used this mostly when I was doing the Last of Us build on Girly Pop, and I was trying to spawn proof everything because obviously the whole point was that it looked abandoned. So I was actually doing a lot of spawn proofing with things like using slabs and stuff, but also by adding glow lichen because I wanted it to look really dark. Like I didn't want to add lanterns and torches and stuff everywhere, but I also didn't want creepers to spawn. So I got that mod so that I could like minimize the amount of light that I added. While still making sure nowhere a mob could spawn. Yeah, it is a really nice mod to have. It's a very useful mod. And the thing is, technically, this information is available. If you press F3 and you point at a block somewhere, let me see. In the green on the left, it says light total 15. Sky 15, block 7. So this information is available, but then you have to go like block by block. The mod in the... Yes, okay, perfect. So it is in there and it works with F9. Perfect. I do have better F3, yes. But it should be in there even without better F3. I think. But yeah, I have better F3 because otherwise I can't read this screen. Without better F3, it is so horrible to read this menu. Okay, I think, because that's where our ladder is, I think I got all of this done. I am starting to think that we might actually still have to make the bottom a little bit... I think mobs can... Yeah, we definitely have created a spawn platform here. Okay, I think we're good now. I see that I overlight my builds. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people tend to do that. But it's super valid though. Like it's much better to overlight your builds than underlight them, right? Okay, so the thing is, technically, I have now created what I wanted to do. I think I'll just shave off a little bit here so that I have a little bit more space. Because I don't need all this space up here, actually. And then I have a bit... It slopes down a little bit slower. I think that looks better. Because that's the thing why we're doing this, right? It's supposed to look pretty natural. Right now, it does not look natural at all. I know that I just took some of this off, but I might just place some of it back. Do I want to do that? I guess so. Hold on. I think I do want to extend this here, so I can extend this here. And then I think this has to go. Okay, it's too dark. I can't see shit. I really hate it when it's so dark. Light level is in regular F3, but you need to turn it on. Ah, okay. Just like extended tooltips and stuff, I guess. Which is also something that I always immediately turn on. For anyone who's not aware, you can actually turn on extended tooltips or extensive tooltips on your on all of your tools, and then you can see the durability. So if you're like scared of your tools breaking and you want to make sure that you always go and mend them in time, you can actually, I think it is F3H, right? Is it F3H? Yes. Whoa, look at me remembering. So now it has a ton of settings you can change. That is really nice that you can change the settings. In F3 plus F6, you can turn on visualize block light levels to get the overlay. Wait, really? As in default Minecraft? Yes, F3 plus H. Yeah. Which I always confuse, but because in my brain, I'll go F3 plus H is hitboxes, but it's not. That's F3 plus B. Wait, this is just a thing in Minecraft? Oh, there you turn on the F3 thing, not the overlay. You mean in the F3 overlay. There we go. I didn't realize that this was a menu, but that's really nice. Yeah, I prefer the mod as well. I think it's a lot easier to see it that way. Better F3 might not be neat. No, if you can clean it up that much, well, the thing is, I still really like the color coding in better F3. But that's just because I'm a person who, like, I heavily depend on color coding and visual cues because I'm a visualized person rather than a reading person. So, like, for me, it's nice that I get the blocks of information that belong together in, like, a certain color code. That just makes it 10 times easier to read. Oh, there is an overlay, but it's further down. Oh, wait, I didn't realize. Interesting. I'm learning so much. But yeah, if you press F3B, you will get hitboxes around all of your mobs. Which, if you're ever trying to kill anyone in Minecraft, that is really convenient. Okay, actually, this mountain doesn't look half bad. I do think that this probably could do with being a little bit more extended. No, actually, I want that to be more extended. And then we need to change that coarse dirt back here to grass because this will never turn to grass otherwise. But honestly, I am not mad with how that turned out. That's just regular dirt. Okay. I think that can go. Like, from here, if this is where your dock is, actually being able to turn left here, and then we can make, like, a pathway up here with stairs and stuff. I actually really like how that looks. We still have to do that corner here, but... Thank you, Lavender. Thank you, thank you. I really like my skin. That sounds weird to say out loud, but you know what I mean. I really like it. I just, which is also, I hate saying that. I hate the word, but I got it off of Skindex. Again, hate that word. It just sounds disgusting for some reason. But it's a skin that I found, and I didn't have it custom made. It was just perfect as it was. However, I have been debating if I want to, like, commission a custom skin at one point. I would keep the hair and the flower crown because that is, at this point, like, even if I take off my armor, hold on. Then you can see the crown even better. Oh, wait, I just changed that. Look, like, that is never changing. The hair and the flower crown are just too perfect. But I kind of want my character to wear a different outfit. Because I feel like this outfit is not really me. Like, the face, the hair, everything, perfect. But the outfit is... I don't ever wear yellow or orange. If I wear it, it's more like a terracotta orange, but never this color. I also don't own anything that is horizontally striped, apart from, I think, one t-shirt, and that's, like, blue. So this is something I just wouldn't wear. So I kind of want to get something commissioned. I know you can edit yourself, but I am not talented enough to do that. As in... The way that my skin is also 3D with all of the layers and, like, the hair kind of cascading down. I tried to edit it once myself and it turned out horrendous. It was actually not good. And just like with commissioning art, I really wouldn't mind commissioning... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Commissioning someone to do it. Like, if they can actually make it so that it will be one that I will just use forever after, you know? Or maybe, like, for different projects, occasionally I might get different skins. I know that a lot of Minecrafters do that. Like, for different projects, they just get different skins. For, like, different SMPs and stuff. And I never had a custom skin commission. So I think it's actually kind of cool to do. And again, I love being able to support artists. So if I can support someone in what they're doing by getting a custom skin, I think that's actually kind of cool. Love him so much. That is so nice. That's a good inspiration. Also, hold on. I'm just going to extend the terrain here. I'll place that tree back, but I just feel like it would probably look a bit better if this extended all the way here. Right? Also, I can't pick up those sticks because my inventory is so full. Yeah, I think so, because then I can actually extend the terrain here as well, because it was looking a little rough back here. And I feel like that deserved a nice fix. Yeah, I think that's already looking a bit better. I think we can even come out here a little bit. I actually watched, not really a tutorial, but I've been watching Hermitcraft, obviously, because that's what I watch a lot. But there was an episode of Impulse where Pearl was explaining how to do certain terraforming things to Impulse, and I was taking notes. I was like, let me learn. Let me learn from the terraforming queen. The way she terraforms is like, it blows my mind. She is so good at it. She can create like literal landscapes, but like landscapes that don't even exist in Minecraft. She'll like come up with whole new landscapes, and it's just mind-boggling to me. I find it so fascinating. Okay, I do think I'll extend this a little bit as well. And then I'll take this out a little bit further too. And then I think we can actually extend this platform here a little bit. Yet another thing that sounds weird out of context, the skin thing. Because that's why I hate saying it. Because it sounds so disgusting out of context. Okay, I think... Yeah, that honestly looks pretty natural. I feel like this corner is a little harsh. I might still fix that, to be honest. And I feel like this corner is also not my favorite. So I gotta make that better. The thing is, I'm gonna add some terrain here anyways. So I think this part of the mountain will also become a lot softer. So yeah, we're probably gonna start with that then. Also welcome into everyone who's just joining. I hope you guys are all doing really well today. I said this corner is a little harsh. There we go. I think that makes it just ever so slightly softer. I love that my entire setup is just floating there. Okay, let's actually start with extending the bay area here. Because I want this whole thing to... Like, the curve right now is a little harsh. I want it to be a bit softer. Like a bit more subtle, I guess. And then we can, like, work that mountain into all of this. You went to the original lavender? Listen, you are living my dream. I was actually, so I went to see the show was it last year? This year. Oh wait, that's the course dirt again. And I was a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it was still magical, don't get me wrong. I had a great time, but they changed the music. Is it cheesy to say someone to be careful when they go out in the rain so that they don't melt? A little. I guess it depends on the context. Sometimes cheesy can still be fun. But yeah, I mean, the show was insanely good and the storytelling was amazing. But I was just really sad that they had actually changed the music, because I've been listening to this music since I was like literally 3 years old. So when they changed it, I was a little heartbroken. I felt a little cheated. Because the new music wasn't as good. For anyone who doesn't know, my t-shirt is from Lord of the Dance, which is an Irish dancing show made by Michael Flatley, who initially became famous through Riverdance. And it is a wonderful show. Like, genuinely, it is really good. And the original music is played by a full live Celtic orchestra in the original shows with like live violins and stuff as well. And they actually changed it to be a lot more digital, like digitally produced. So it just doesn't sound as real, which I know is not that big of a problem, but like I don't like it. Because to me it sounds too different. So yeah. Okay. I just put do I have some space anywhere? No. Okay. Let me go to sleep. I know that I don't have to. But I just don't like it when it's dark and I'm building because I don't know. I can't see shit. So yeah, I was a little bit sad. As in the show was, like I said, the show was still wonderful. The dancers were absolutely insane. They actually, one of my favorite characters, got an extended role in the new version. So that was really cool to me. I really liked that her role was bigger because for me, that was something, I don't know, very special. But yeah, the music change was the only thing I really didn't like. And it's just sad because growing up, I always wanted to see this show. Like, this was genuinely a bucket list thing for such a long time. But for some reason, they just didn't really travel or did any tours in mainland Europe. And when I was younger, I just didn't really have the opportunity to like travel to a place to go see it live. So I had to wait until they were doing a mainland Europe tour and I could actually go. And then when they did, they changed it. And then I'm like, I'm so sad. Because it's like one of those opportunities. Like, the thing that I want to see is just never coming back. Like, it doesn't exist anymore. And that was like sort of a hard realization. Like, that certain things are not infinite, if that makes any sense. I know that sounds really strange, but it's like that realization. That to me is the only thing that I struggle with when it comes to getting older. You can pick up shulker boxes with stuff in it. You can't pick up a chest with stuff in it. If a chest has stuff in it, it's stationary. But a shulker box you can fill up and then you can pick it up and put it in your inventory, meaning that it allows you to carry a whole bunch of extra items. But that's the only thing I guess that I struggle with getting older is the realization that things that in a way used to be part of your life will just disappear. Does that make any sense? Like, also, for example, my primary school, like the building, they just destroyed it to build the market hall, actually. Fun fact. But, like, there's places there. I have, like, so many memories there, and they're just gone. But also with, like, shows or something. Like, if you want to see a show, it can just disappear and then just never come back. It's like that realization of, okay, like, that I missed that opportunity. Or that memory is gone. And there's no way back to it. Apart from in your head. Like, I don't mind getting older at all. But that part I find hard sometimes. Okay, I want to see. Because I wanted to extend the landscape here as well. I actually feel like this part is also too harsh. I might actually cut off this part a little bit. Although, if I extend it, I think I might want to start at that particular block. Hold on. I feel like from here onwards, we can extend it. The thing is, I'm going to have to... We're going to create a little bit of a floating landscape, I'm afraid. I'm realizing now that this should probably go like this then. Which means that eventually I'll have to fix this floating landscape. I'm not excited about that. Also lost one. You're starting from 0 again, but let's go. That's a 3-stream streak. Thank you so much, Emma. I appreciate that. Also, welcome in. It's good to see you. Let's see. I'm gonna have to see if this is actually what I want to do. Like, if this is gonna create the terrain that I'm hoping it's creating. And then we'll have to go in the water and actually fix this. I feel like terraforming is one of those tasks that's like incredibly repetitive, but it's also rewarding in the sense that if it works out, it will give you such a nice canvas to start building on. And then I wanted to fill this in still. Oop. I keep placing blocks in the wrong place. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I do think that gives me the space to smoothen out that mountainside as well. I do still think that this part has to go. It's too steep. But then this is going to become a really, like, big flat piece, which I also don't like. Oop. So maybe I love how I took that away, and now I'm like, wait, let me place something back. But just in a different shape. I think that's going to look better. I still feel like this is... Yeah. Hold on. Is that better? Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. Okay, and then we continue the second layer. Which can actually come out quite far as well. It doesn't have to follow the exact same shape because then it's going to look weird and repetitive, I think. So I'm just going to try to keep it like flowing, but also not repeat the same pattern exactly. Because in Minecraft, that usually doesn't happen either. Are you guys starting to see why we need a lot of dirt? I feel like it's becoming very apparent why we needed all those shulker boxes of dirt. Because I don't know. Also, no, my chat's not frozen. For a second, I was like, is my chat room frozen? I didn't know. I wasn't sure. Ooh, enjoy, enjoy. I know, with the stream crashes today, I have no trust in my tech. So, like, I know, I'm just stressing for nothing, I guess. But enjoy your ice cream. That sounds so good. Sorry, we're still here. No, 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 you're all good. You're all good. No, no saying sorries. I wasn't sure. Because we've had this before. Where I was just talking and like 5 minutes later, I learned that apparently my chat had broken. Do you guys remember this? This was like, we were working on Minecraft Forever World as well. This was like a couple of weeks ago. And I didn't know. So now every single time when, especially because we had stream crashes earlier today, I'm just like stressed. But as long as you guys are just chilling and watching the relaxing dirt building, that's all good. Then I'm like happy. Then we're all good. I just wanted to make sure that nothing like bad happened or anything to the stream. Because you never know. You never know. But yeah, I am really hoping that with the new PC, all of these stupid issues will be done. Because I don't know. I don't want to stress about tech when I'm streaming. I just want to be able to stream and create whatever I want to create without worrying about anything. I did already have one issue, but to be fair, that's not on the new PC. That's just that's literally just on Corsair software. So they pre-installed IQ. For anyone who doesn't know what IQ is like the software that you use to control all of your Corsair lighting and devices. I initially was like, I'm not going to use IQ. I will just use like another more like centralized RGB software. I realized that the RGB cables used in my PC can only be controlled by the native software from those cables. Because it's a newer model, that most of the centralized RGB controllers actually don't have the API correctly installed for my new cables. Which means that I will have to download that anyways. And also, I have the cooling, like the CPU cooler, has a little screen on it. And you can control the RGB with a centralized RGB control system, but you can't control the screen. How long have you been working on this world? We literally just passed day 500. We're currently on day 519. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. I can quickly check for you how many hours I've played in this world. Hold on. I've played 155 hours. So that is quite a lot. So it's been a while. I started this world, I think, in autumn last year somewhere. But yeah, then I downloaded IQ, and everything in my PC is hooked up to Corsair's like central control system. It's like a little, just like, you know, when you have a Philips Hue, you have like the hub that controls everything. So you can do that the same in your like PC. You can hook up all your Corsair devices to like a central hub. For some reason, it's recognizing the hub. Any other RGB software is recognizing a specific set of fans, but the Corsair software itself is not recognizing it. Even though other software is telling me that it's recognizing the fans through the control hub from Corsair. So I looked up what can happen, and basically a lot of people said, yeah, Corsair tends to have this issue. Just uninstall IQ, reinstall it. It will basically, you know, fix everything, and then you should be good to go. So I uninstalled IQ. Turns out there's another bug where if you want to reinstall IQ and you're on Wi-Fi, it refuses to actually download the software and install it again because it has a region block. So you need to use a VPN to install it. It is the dumbest thing ever. I couldn't get it to work. I decided to just give up on it for now and fix that later when my PC is in the right place, because let's be real, the lighting and the aesthetics is nice, but it's not the most important thing for getting a working PC. But I was like, how is the Corsair thing not working because of a bug? And then they're like, you have to reinstall our software to fix this bug. Joke's on you. You cannot reinstall the software because there is a bug in the software. It's like, what? Oops, I didn't mean to put a path block. I was a little frustrated with that on Saturday. And then I kind of gave up on it. I was like, whatever. I also couldn't, the Wi-Fi didn't reach that corner. So I was doing things over my mobile data, which was insanely slow. So now I just ordered an internet cable, and I am just gonna, I'm just gonna hook it up to an internet cable and then continue the installation. And then I think it should fix it because I'm no longer on Wi-Fi. It should be fine then. But it's just so infinitely annoying when stuff like this happens. When, I don't know, there's like, it was like the first half hour of my new PC immediately having like issues with software. I was like, this is not how I want to start this. Oh well. I guess I will fix it eventually. And also, again, it's like not the most important part, right? It doesn't really matter that much. It's literally just the lighting, which like eventually it becomes important. When I add my PC to my setup and it's like all decorated and I want to take photos of it, that's when that part becomes really important, because without it, I will not be able to control my PC lighting properly, which for most people would be annoying, but not like a major issue. In my case, it would be a major issue because my PC is like literally part of my content on my Instagram and stuff like that. So I want to make sure that it looks good. I did order the decorations though, and I'm very excited. I got really fun decorations for the PC. And I can't wait to decorate it. Hee. And I can't wait to show you guys. Also, I've placed literally all the torches in the most inconvenient spots. And I'm doing it again. I'm like replacing the torches and they're in the most inconvenient spots again. I already see like that one's going to be in the way later. I also see that I definitely need to take the dirt around this corner here. Do tell. I'm not going to tell you yet. It is very on brand. I can tell you that much. But I don't want to spoil it just yet. But I can promise you it is very on brand and you guys are going to like it. I just know that you guys are going to like it. Like I said, Jess, I'm not going to tell you guys. So even if you're asking, I'm not going to tell you. Okay, hold on. Because this corner is still definitely a nightmare that we got to fix. Hold on. I feel like after this stream, I don't want to place dirt for a really long time. I also ran out of dirt from my first shulker box. Bell pepper inspired, you're calling it? Hey, what if? Maybe I ordered all kinds of tiny bell peppers and I'm going to put them in my PC. Oh, that is dirt. But what if we use our secret weapon? No. I would say at this point, I've become pretty immune to the secret weapon. Okay, I really want to sleep because I don't like building in the dark. It's just annoying. That would be so amazing. Honestly, I think it would actually be really fun. Just a bell pepper PC. Why not? It sounds fun. Also, it definitely sounds unique and quirky. Like, that would do great on social media. I think. Maybe not for the right reasons. But it would still do great on social media. Okay. Back to dirt placing we go. Let's see. I was working on this bit here. Also, I feel like I have to sneeze. Hold on. I'm actually happy I muted because that was very loud. Maybe you can grow peppers in your PC. Like a bell pepper greenhouse PC. That would be kind of wild. When you get the lights to do what you want. Wade, thank you so much for the raid. Hello, hello. It is so good to see you. Hold on. Let me pause my game and go here so I can properly welcome you guys in. Thank you so much for bringing all the friends over. I appreciate that. Anyone from my side, if you're not following Wade yet, go fix that right now. Genuinely such good vibes, really relaxing and cozy stream. And Wade is just wonderful. You guys will love it over there. I'm 100% sure. So just drop your bum on that follow button that is floating above chat right now. And thank you all so much for being here. I hope you guys are doing well. Cozy Adventures is literally so cute. I love it. I hope you guys are all doing well. How was Palia today? What were you up to? Were you questing? Were you decorating? I know that Palia has a lot. I saw that there was an update, something with like Summer Amber or something. But thank you so much for bringing everyone over. I appreciate that a ton. For anyone who's new here, I actually have a little raid video. It's like a 1-minute introduction to me and my stream and my community that I would love to share with you guys. So you can get a bit of an idea of what the stream is like. And then we are playing Minecraft today. I started working on a brand new big build project, which currently involves placing a lot of dirt. I am terraforming, and it is literally just dirt block after dirt block, but I think the end result's going to be good. So if you guys want to hang out for that, you're very welcome. But if you need to raid and run, raid and rest, also please make sure to do so already. We had a community fishing day. Oh, I love that. That's the only way fishing in Palia is fun, for me at least. If you do it with the community and hanging out with people, then it is very nice. Otherwise, I find fishing in games really boring. But I love that in Palia you get to do it together, because that really, truly makes a big difference. But yeah, let me properly introduce myself, and then I'll catch you guys on the other end of the video, okay? Hi, welcome in. My name is Rosanna, or Ro, and online I go by rosannatxt because I'm quite the chatterbox, so I have a lot of text. See what I did there? I am a full-time creator and Twitch ambassador, and on my streams we do a mix of gaming. 8, 9. We did it!
She is doing the partner pussy. I didn't mean to say partner pussy.
Maybe Friday we're gonna murder all the chickens.
Oh, stop. You can pet the sheep.
If this stream ends in us having another baby, I'm calling this challenge cursed.
Oh my god, that's a child. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
We do co-working and sometimes co-reading. I am gonna start our first work session. I wish you guys good luck.
Thank you for the horses. You just made me say that in public.
And a sprinkle of IRL.
The grass one is not my favorite. For anyone asking, we're doing a beer tasting, and I'm currently drinking one that tastes like beer.
I am from the Netherlands, where I live with my partner and my 2 cats named Toot and Soos. Look at how annoyed she looks. She's like, human, I was sleeping. I love to use my platform to raise money and awareness for various charities. And somehow my community is the best at coming up with incentives and goals. Bonjour, oui, oui, je m'appelle Charlie.
This is gonna be fine. This is fine.
So welcome to Runyon making onion soup.
Oh, and thanks to Twitch, I'm also known as the bell pepper girl.
You've never eaten a raw bell pepper?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you eat a bell pepper.
Our community is named the Jungle of Planties, and you are more than welcome to hang out with us. But don't forget to stretch and hydrate, because like we always say here, self-care is very sexy. That was the raid video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much again for sharing your community. I appreciate that a ton. For everyone who's sticking around, let me show you what we're working on in Minecraft. Hold on. Let me go here and go into free cam. So this is my starter island. This is my starter base. Also, thank you for those follows. I appreciate that a lot. We just passed day 500. We're currently at day 520. This is my little starter house. This is where I started living in this world. This is my iron farm. Over here are my farms. My big farmlands with my honey farm, my automated sheep farm. We have some automated chicken farms in there. And our most recent addition to this world is my big storage room. I added a brand new big storage room to my build, which also is fully decorated on the inside. And I have, oh, the map doesn't load because I'm not actually in range of all the entities, but we have a nice map of the build, and I made a map specifically because I knew that I actually was going to start a big terraforming project. So this mountain here was not, like, this was naturally here, this hill. Although, as you can see, the sides of the hill were a little steep and not so pretty. So I'm currently terraforming it so that it is a lot more natural and a lot more smooth. On top of this hill, we're going to do a magical library build, which will include our enchanting setup as well as our nether portal. There's going to be a winding path that comes down here, and this is where we're going to make that's a pathetic small dock. We're gonna make a nice big dock that is gonna hold a ship eventually. And this is gonna be a town square. That's kind of what I wanted to start with today. I wanted to start with the town square build, but then I realized that originally this side of the mountain was also fully flat, or mountain, the hill. And I realized that I needed to smoothen that out before I could start laying out the town square. So that's the plan. Are you accepting roommates? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Everyone can come live in this world. I mean, it is a single player world, but hypothetically speaking, you could all come live here. No, but genuinely, I think it would be really fun if you guys all come live here. Hold on, I need to go like this. But yeah, we've basically been placing dirt for the past couple of I don't know, I guess like this, not hours just yet, but we're getting closer to hours. Because I'm trying to just terraform all of this and make it a lot smoother than it was. It's big enough to be a warehouse. It is, yeah, I was kind of thinking, because obviously this already looks a little bit like, I don't know, not really a warehouse, but it looks a little bit like an industrial building, right? So I figured it would be really fun if the storage room also had a little bit of like warehouse industrial vibes, because that makes sense if this is going to be our port, if this is where we're going to add like a dock with like eventually a ship. I don't know how I'm going to build that, but I would love to eventually actually build a ship here in the water. I feel like it just makes sense that those buildings look a little bit more industrial. So I very purposefully went for that design. And also, obviously, it is ginormous. I also just realized, now that we are building in this area the entire time, we should be getting some nice sugarcane from our automated sugarcane farm. I want to go check that very soon, just to make sure that it's like it still works and how... I just want to check the rates. Like, I want to see how fast that sugarcane is actually coming in. Because we're going to need a lot of it to have enough rockets for the rest of the time that I'm playing in this world. I do have a good amount of rockets already, but I don't know. I'd rather have, like, an overflow of sugarcane. Because we already have almost an entire double chest of gunpowder from our mob farm. But we have to realize that that almost double chest was accumulated over like 450 days of playing in this world before I even ever made a rocket. You need sugarcane to make paper, and you need paper to make rockets. So rockets are made with paper and gunpowder, and you need rockets to be able to fly with your elytra. So now that we have wings, I even got a pair of backup wings. So even if this one ever accidentally breaks or we lose it or whatever, we actually have backup as well. So yeah, I will be flying. Sugarcane makes paper. Yes. I mean, is it the most logical? No, not really, but it works. In Minecraft logic, it works. Okay, I think we're gonna have to shave off a little bit up there to make sure that this mountain can move smoothly, but that's okay, I think. Because right now, even though, like, that's too steep, I'm never going to be able to fix that properly, I think. I'm also not liking how straight that part is. There we go. Hold on. Sometimes it's really hard to see, like, where the line of the thing ends. Because it's already turned to grass and it's like blending. And then I don't really see anymore what I'm doing. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to bring this out. I feel like I need more space back here as well. Which we have. Like, this was already not used to its full potential, so... I have space to make this slope even more. Timon and Pumbaa have been named. Let's go. That was genuinely the first thing I thought of. Like, you asked, I was like, yep. That's gotta be it. Okay, we definitely need more. I can't believe that we're flying through the amount of dirt so fast. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Ooh. I was a little bit, like, skeptical. I was like, nah, I don't think we're gonna need all that dirt, like all the shulker boxes. But now I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we do. Maybe we do, actually. I don't know. I don't trust it anymore. Because this is going so fast. Hi, She Watches Switch. Welcome in. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing so, so well. Every single time I hear that, I'm like, Ro, what happened in your brain when you said that? Also, there's no such thing as late on Twitch. You're always right on time. Always right on time. Okay. We're getting back to the part that I was originally working on when I got distracted by that corner. Ooh. Okay, is that... I was about to say that cannot be the last block. Or the last stack. For a second, I was shocked. It's almost like meditative. Meditative? I can't say that word. Meditative. Scott just correcting me from the other room. To place all of these dirt blocks, but it's also making me a little sleepy. Only just got here. I spent a good 2+ hours trying and failing to help my dad set up a new router while he got increasingly frustrated. Oh, that sounds annoying. Just in general. Like, that just sounds really frustrating. Ooh. Oh my god. Sometimes, like, holding the torches in your offhand is efficient, but also really annoying. The amount of times I accidentally misplace a torch is, like, actually crazy. Hold on. It's really hard to try and follow this pattern. I feel like this corner is also still so bad. I thought I fixed it, but I don't think I did. Every single time I feel like I fixed a part, I go back to it and I'm like, no, Ro, that wasn't even remotely fixed. It was just a little less bad, but still pretty bad, you know? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to come up here and just shovel some of that away because there's also, it's really dark up here. I want to sleep. It's so frustrating because I had 0 patience. Yeah, that doesn't help, especially if you're trying to help someone who just has no patience for what you're trying to help them with. Like, then it becomes really hard to actually help them. Okay, let's quickly sleep. And then we can come back to placing more dirt. Also, hi, Cheerful Pixie. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Whee! Look at me doing the nice jump. I like it when that works out. I actually feel like, okay, I know that this corner was supposed to be done, but I feel like this can also be smoother than it currently is. Also, like to connect better with what we're doing over there. I feel like every single time I'm getting the feeling like I'm getting close to being done, I keep adding more dirt in different places. Like, I mean, we're slowly getting there, I guess. Like, I think this part, we have actually made it. It's just that this needs to go then. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to take off a little bit here. Because this is also the part here that I'm struggling with. That's okay, though. I think we can afford it to take off a little bit of platform here. I think that will be fine. They asked IT help only when frustrated. Eventually, I declined to help them anymore. Yeah. I remember when I was young and I needed help with IT stuff. Obviously, I would also ask my dad. And with IT stuff, in this case, I'm talking about like layout in Microsoft Office, you know, like in Word or something. And there was always one thing that absolutely infuriated my dad. Which I think now, like looking back, is just really funny because now I obviously understand way more where it comes from. I am someone, when I start, I still do this, like to this day. When I start a project, I start with the graphics and making it pretty. Which, like, I will do that before anything else. I still do that. To this day, whenever I work on, I don't know, like a content strategy or something, it comes really naturally to me to first come up with the visuals of things. Because I'm a visual thinker. So for me, visualizing is a really important part of processing what I'm making. It's like part of my creative process, I guess. To my dad, it was infuriating that when I was like making an essay for school, I would first want to lay out the title page. And I first wanted to make sure that I had the right font and that it was like laid out prettily. And like he was like, you have to start with the context. You have to start with the body of text and like everything. And then once everything is in, then you make it pretty. And I'm like, no, I can't work when it doesn't look good. Yeah, we did not align on that. So I would be like really annoying to work with because he was like, there's no text yet. And I'm like, yes, but we're going to format it anyways. Having the layout makes it easier. Exactly. That's the way that my brain structures information, is by first visually laying out where everything's going to go and how it's going to look, which I understand that's not how everyone works. Now as an adult, I'm realizing that, you know, that is just the way my brain processes information. But to me, it's really funny that I now realize that that is not the case for everyone. But as a kid, I've had not like fights is not the right word, but like my dad would get so frustrated if I asked if he could help me out, because he was like, it's going to be one of those things again where, you know, you want to do it your way. And I'm like, yeah, of course, because I can't do it your way. He was patient, though. He did help me out, even though I think he struggled with the fact that I wanted to make it pretty first. Yay! Let's go. Oh, you hit it in a bank building? That is so smart. Yeah, he did get frustrated quite easily, but I get that because I'm the same. I get frustrated very easily with things nowadays as well. So like I don't think I can really judge this because I'm very similar. I can get frustrated with other people's like process of working now as well. So yeah, I guess I'm not really one to talk. But as a kid, you don't understand that. As a kid, you don't realize that it's just different ways of working and that it's actually not that deep. And that it's fine if someone does it differently than you. Like when you're younger, it's impossible to, like, you're like, just why can we not do it my way? Why are you being so difficult? Whereas now I'm like, I probably would just tell someone, hey, you know, I feel like our work ways are not compatible. That's fine. But let's talk about a way that we can do this without wanting to kill each other. Didn't raise quitters. That is true. That is true. We weren't race quitters. We always pushed through. Sometimes to a fault, I guess. Sometimes to a fault, but that is very true. Okay, let's get rid of this stone and change that also. And then I think we just have some smoothing out to do, but we're actually getting there. I think we're actually getting there with the layout of this. No, that has to go. Like, it's not quite as smooth as I want it yet, I think, but maybe it's actually not that bad. Also, I took a lot away here, but I'm realizing now that maybe I didn't need to take that much away. Let's actually have a little look-see in free cam. Okay, that corner is still horrendous. We definitely got to fix this, but that is fixable. I mean, that already looked a bit strange from the side anyways, so I guess we can figure that out. I do like this though. It's looking a lot better. Oh no, your game just completely froze. Oh, I hate that. No surprise, unhealthy patterns to break in therapy. Exactly. When your mom helped you with your homework, it would take hours because every line had to be a different color and it had to be rainbow. And my mom would be so pissed at the yellow lines because you can't read it properly. Yeah. So true. But also, I don't know. I get it. Like, that's the thing. I understand this as well. Like, it's just if your brain demands a certain way of things, like looking the right way, because that's the way your brain's going to absorb the information. It's frustrating sometimes, but that's just the way it is. Okay, I do feel like this corner can be a little bit smoother. But yeah, I also like that it's... I feel like this corner could do with some smoothing. Hold on. I also like that it's not perfect. Like, it does look like terrain that could have been somewhat naturally generated. It is a little too perfect still for fully naturally generated terrain in Minecraft, I think. But I am not mad with this at all. Like I said, that corner definitely needs a bit of work, but... You teleport to your store. Oh yeah, teleportation sometimes does that, especially if you teleport either into places with a lot of blocks, which storage rooms can be, and also just if you teleport like across a long distance. Yeah, that's a good idea, Rose. That sounds like a good idea. Good approach. Okay. Just gonna, like I said, smoothing out this a little bit. I agree. Yes, slabs would be nice. I definitely agree with that. Okay. Like I said, we gotta fix this corner. This is the one corner that's really not working yet. I guess the easiest way to fix this is to actually give myself a little bit more land to work with on this side, which I think would be fine. I think that's not gonna look super weird. Oh, no, I didn't mean to go that far. There we go. It is getting quite dark, so I think I want to go sleep again. It's not even because I'm scared that mobs will spawn. It's just I can't see shit when I'm building in the dark. But I'm lazy, so I'll fly into my storage room. Can I do this? Nope. I have done it before where I like really neatly flew into my storage room. Yes, that is so true. It is very much a process of like trust the process and just fake it until you make it. That is so true. I feel like with Minecraft building, ironically enough, a lot of it comes down to that. Like a lot of it, in my opinion, is fake it until you make it and just, you know, keep on trying, keep on adding things, keep on removing things until it feels right. Just don't give up. Just add a little bit here, add a little bit there. You know, try again. Eventually it will work out. And I've seen this with Minecraft builds for sure, like in general. I think the storage room was a good example of this, but the build challenge video that's going to go live while I'm on holiday very much so shows that as well. Hello, Lika. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? Thank you so much for coming over. I appreciate that a ton. Anyone from my side, if you're not following Lika, aka Catskill yet, what are you doing? Go fix that. Lika is absolutely wonderful. Fellow Dutchy creator who plays games. Do you still do co-working? I think you do, right? I know you used to do it, but I don't know if you're still doing it. I don't want to say it wrong. But I know that you've done co-working. But how was Cult of the Lamp? I hope you had a good time. Thank you so much for coming over. We are placing dirt. Welcome to the dirt placing stream. We are currently trying to terraform in Minecraft. And yeah, we've placed a lot of dirt blocks, but we're finally getting somewhere, I think. So that's good. Let me show you. This entire hill was really ugly. It was like it had like straight edges on every single side, and I'm trying to make it really smooth. I haven't in a while because I started only streaming twice a week. That is super fair. I already thought that I hadn't seen you do it in a while, but like I was maybe I've just missed it or something because schedule changed sometimes. So I was like, I remember that you did it before, but I don't want to like misinform people. But that is such a valid reason to like only stream twice a week to not get burnt out. That sounds very, very smart. Now we just get game on vibes. We love that. Honestly, that is so good. If that's what keeps you like from enjoying streaming, that's the best decision ever. Like I always say this when people ask for like advice or anything on streaming. One of my most important things that I always tell people is like prioritize your fun. So I'm proud of you for doing that. Also, for anyone who is new to this stream, welcome in. I hope you guys are all doing well. My name is Rosanna, or Ro. Like I said, fellow Dutchy. And on this stream, I do co-working, I do gaming, and I do a sprinkle of IRL streams. And like I said, today we are doing a dirt placing stream. Not really, but that's kind of what it coincidentally ended up being. Because I am playing in my forever world. I've been playing in this world for, we checked earlier, about 155 hours at this point. So quite a long time. And one of the things that we recently did is we built a new storage room, which is over here. That's my new storage room. That is my starter house, which originally had my storage room. And it was turning way too small. So we built a new storage room. And one of the things that we did as part of building the storage room is we went to fight the Ender Dragon, which I was very scared of, but I did it. And we got Elytra, we got shulker boxes. And now that we have all of that sorted and all my stuff has moved in, we have started on our next big build project, which is terraforming this entire bit and this entire bit. We're going to have a magical library up here. There's going to be a building up here. And we're going to like make sure that all of this is like, it has flowers and trees and stuff. So that it actually looks really nice. And then this is going to be a town square. So we're going to turn all of this into stone, I think. And what blocks that you use for your starter? Oh, that's the starter walls are... What did I use? I think that is quartz. I think those are birch planks. And I don't remember what those are. I know the granite on the starter home. I love this so much. But yeah, it's all Mizuno, so it will look different if you're using something else, obviously. Are so big now. I remember when you weren't even partnered. I know. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that absolutely wild to think about? Like, also, not just the fact that, like, my stream grew so much, but also the fact that you've been here for such a long time. Thank you so much for being part of this community for such a long time already. Like, that is wild. And I appreciate that a ton. So thank you. Thank you for just sticking around through everything, you know? Like, this community has been through so many memories as well. Like, we've hit so many milestones and everything. And you were here for so many of it. And you too, Rosalie. I mean, I think of all people, you and Triz have been here potentially the longest. I think, like, Sweetie even joined later than you two. That's 4 years. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's wild. What do you mean 4 years? That's actually, that's so cool. Yeah, a really long time. Also, thank you so much, Esther, for the uptime reminder. I saw that Lena did it earlier as well, I think. August 19th. That is literally a little over a month after I started streaming. Rosalie, you've genuinely been here since the beginning. That's crazy. Oh, Sis. Hi. Yeah. Apparently, Seuss was just chilling on my floor. She was just chilling right behind my chair. It's almost a bit scary. No, I agree. Like, what do you mean? Time is flying. Also, we now have this, like, a little bit lowered platform here. But I think that actually looks good. I think I like it. I also feel like maybe this can be a little more narrow, or maybe it's actually fine. I like that it's not completely even. It's a little bit jagged, but I think that looks good. I know, Thomas. I know. That isn't that crazy? Like 2 more months until 5 years. Like, that genuinely blows my mind. Like, just if I remember, which at this point also already feels long ago, but like, I think it was 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I updated my sub badges. And I remember picking all the icons and picking the one for 6 years and thinking it's going to be forever until someone gets there. I think that was 2 years ago, yeah. I think so. I'm not entirely sure, but that's like... That's what I'm thinking now. Yeah, I think that was 2 years. And we're actually getting closer to it. Isn't that just completely wild? Yeah, now I'm going to have to find new icons for 7 and 8 years. Mind-boggling. Absolutely mind-boggling. I actually do like that you kind of have to walk around this to go into the farming district. I think that works out nicely. I think we're just going to place a tree or something over here. Or maybe we can do a well. That could be fun. Oop, I didn't mean to place it there. I meant to place it right there. I think that's going to be nice. Then something that I wanted to do is I actually wanted to terraform this here a little bit as well. So that when we do the terrain here, I actually want this to be the pathway. So I want it to curve a little bit. Really, cost-eyed? What? That is wild. That's such a long time. Yeah, I genuinely think it was 2 years ago, Mike. I'm starting to doubt myself now, but I think it was 2 years ago. Time really flies. I specifically feel like the last 2 years have also just flown by. Because in a way, and I know that's like, at least I find that like weird to think about or weird to realize, but because the last 2 years were so full of highlights, like we had so many huge milestones as the community. Like me personally, but also as a community, we had just really cool moments. I feel like that also made the time just go really fast. Like, I don't know. The past 2 years in a way are kind of like a blur of just highlights. Wait, Thomas, when did you follow? "2022 is 4 years ago. 2021 is 5 years ago. But yeah, still wild. Okay, hold on. Let me get more. Wait, so towards the end of this year, you've actually been here 2 years. That is mind-boggling to me. Wait, you actually followed when I was in a lemon suit? Of course you did. Wait, Jess, you've also already been here for 9 months? Time flies. What do you mean? Like, at the same time, I feel like you've been here for way longer than 9 months. Does that make sense? Okay, it's getting dark again. Let me sleep because I don't like it. Are you sour about it? Yes, I'm sour about it. I love that you remember that. That's amazing. That is amazing. Also, Jess, you got so many points in 9 months. What the heck? Like the channel points. I just realized this. That's actually wildly impressive. Hold on, I gotta eat. You're also getting close to 2 years, Emily. Thank you, Curious, for the reminder. Also, great for Sims. Feel free to do it again. I don't think it worked. I think too many people were trying to do it all at once. Okay, hold on. I think I gotta take some away here. Oop. You're already past the 2-year mark. Let's freaking go. Oop. Absolutely wild. Thank you guys all so much for being here all this time. Like, I really genuinely appreciate that. Okay, see, so the thing is, I'm actually trying to figure out how I want to landscape this because right now we have a lot of really straight edges here. Which I guess maybe is also not super bad. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to lay out the path if it's this straight. Um, 4 years ain't nothing. Let's go 4 more. I mean, I intend to go for a while longer. I've only been full-time for 1 year. 2027. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's quite the wait, huh? Hey, but really recent is still counts because you guys are here. you guys decided to start hanging out here and spend your time here. That is just as much appreciated as people who've been here for a really long time, you know? Okay. I feel like I'm slowly getting there. Okay, and then I think I want, because this is 2, this is 3 wide. See, the thing is, maybe I should just commit and connect these 2 little bits. For the longest reason, I wanted to sort of keep that path to cut through, but I'm starting to realize that it's actually kind of limiting me a little bit in the terrain that I want to do. So I guess we're just gonna... I don't know how I want to go about, like, the rest of the island and the layout anyway, so we might as well just work with the terrain as we want to right now, rather than trying to build everything around keeping something that I don't even know if I'm gonna use. Okay. So the thing is, I want to make sure that I can do a straight path. I remember following for The Sims, but more so staying for co-working, and now slowly watching the gaming streams as well. I'm so happy to hear that you are enjoying them enough to come hang out for them as well, you know? And honestly, that's one of the favorite things that I have with, like, my content, is that I get to do so many different things, and that, like, initially people will join for, like, one thing, and then they end up hanging out on the other things as well. I don't know. That's just, it's really fun to me. Okay, that definitely needs to be 3 wide as well. I think it'll just look better. And then we can do, like, a really nice pathway here. Hi, Timbo. We can do a really nice pathway that leads from the storage room to the town square. Yeah, and that is a little flat, but I don't mind it, honestly. I think I'll round that corner a bit more. But I don't mind that. Ooh. This is literally turned into a dirt placing string, by the way. That's like all we've done today. It's kind of wild. But I think it was good. Like, I do feel like the layout of all of this is getting a lot better. Like, it's just getting a lot smoother. What should your town and town of city be called? Ooh, that's a difficult question. Because I already found that difficult to decide for myself. Molly! Thank you so much for the 7-month resub. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please enjoy all of your subby perks for a whole month more. Thank you so much for wanting to sub. For your 7th month already. Okay, I'm just trying to get this corner to be a little smoother as well. Oop. So I feel like the terrain here was also a little rough. Okay, let's see. I actually really like how that turned out. I think if I now like turn all of this that is sort of on the ground floor, so to say, into stone. If we turn that into like a nice stone square, and then we have a fountain right about here, and then from the fountain, we sort of have like, well, what I'm thinking, what I'm envisioning is that I'm going to do a stone square. So we're going to use smooth stone, stone bricks, cobblestone, kind of to do a texture. And then from the fountain outwards, I think I'm going to use sprinkled andesite. No, we're going to use andesite with the stone. Diorite. I'm going to use like diorite to sort of create the illusion of paths that is not really part of the square. I don't know how to explain. Wait, I think the best way to explain it is actually show you guys the photo that I posted in Discord. That was like one of the inspiration photos where I really liked how they did that. Obviously here, the pathing is actually coming from the middle outward, but I like the vision of this, where the square is clearly like stone, but in this case, they used smooth stone for it. But I think I might want to use something with a little bit more contrast to just kind of sprinkle it in, maybe not as patterned as this one, to guide you visually on the square on where to walk, if that makes any sense. Like, that's kind of what I'm envisioning. Obviously here, there's also 5 million buildings around the square. For us, it's a lot emptier. So we're going to work with more nature. We're going to work with more trees and stuff like that. Something where I feel like that kind of has a bit more of what we are doing. Ooh, that's very zoomed in. Is this one. I also really like how this one is textured. I feel like this one was very inspirational for the texture. I like how the sides, they've done what we also did when we did the girly pop pavement, where it sort of has a gutter. I think that might be very nice. And what I really like here is that it feels really open, right? Obviously, we have water here, but they just have an entire valley. But I like how big and open it is, and I think we can do something similar. I don't think I want to do a big tree in the middle. I think I want to do a fountain. I think that works a bit better with turning it into a harbor, like a port. And then they do have like smaller buildings and stuff. I do think that we could potentially play around with maybe adding a small building here or there. But we're going to do that once the square is in and once like everything's connected up. And then we can see if there's any place in the layout where it's actually needed. Also, thank you, Esther, for setting up that palm tree for Lily. I appreciate it. I wanted to do that later, but I didn't have time to do it just yet. But thank you for setting it up. I appreciate that so much. But yeah, that's kind of the vision that I'm like having right now. Did you realize you can walk through the city as you? Yes, I did. I did know that. It's really fun. I like it a lot. Also, I was just standing here. That was actually low-key kind of dangerous because there is not enough light here. I can't believe nothing went wrong. That's maybe the last thing that I want to fix for today. I'm sorry for the flickering. I know this is really annoying. But I just quickly have to fix all of the places where I removed torches, which have now become spawn nightmare. Because I actually removed a lot of torches in doing all of this, and I placed a lot of additional dirt. So I gotta make sure that we are not creating a spawn hell for ourselves. Because I've actually felt really safe on my little island because I knew everything was lit up properly. And that is definitely no longer the case. So I wanna make sure that we're safe again. I feel like that block needs to go, sorry. I just noticed a block that wasn't looking good, so I had to fix it. I think with that, okay, this entire mountain is now spawn proof. Yeah, it's Voxy. Voxy makes it flicker. which is annoying, but I like Voxy so much that I think if I download Mini HUD, I think there is a version that doesn't flicker because I know other people use it. So I know it exists. I just have to fix it. I just have to get a version that doesn't flicker. This is very much a problem that is fixable. I just keep forgetting that I actually have to do that at one point. Sorry, I keep seeing like little bits of the train where I'm like, okay, that can be a bit smoother than it currently is. Okay. I do think I'm gonna have to stop though, because otherwise I will just never stop doing this. I will just keep continuing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up my stuff because I've actually made a little bit of a hellish shulker box here with like a bunch of crap in it. We did actually clear out an entire shulker box of dirt. 2 entire shulker boxes of dirt, by the way. But I'm just gonna clean this up in my storage room so that the next time that we get back to this, which will be after my break, the stream after the break, the first one back, I will be working on this Forever World again. We're just going to catch up about my break. And I think it's going to be perfect because I can tell you all the stories about my break while we do our next very intriguing task of placing blocks. A lot of blocks. Which is going to be the town square base, I think. So I think that's actually going to be perfect. That one is empty. Oop, I didn't mean to place a torch. Yeah, this is the nightmare box. Let's actually start with the nightmare box. It's not even that bad, but just contains a bunch of things. I have my saplings. Move same, including hotbar. There we go. I got apples and wheat seeds, which I absolutely do not need. So we're just gonna throw it out. There we go. They can just stay there and then despawn. That's fine. Then we have some grass in here. We have a bunch of stone, which is actually nice because I might actually have to go mine for stone. Judging by how much stone I have now, even with our cobblestone included, I think we don't have enough. So I might, before we like go build next time, which is again, perfect for when I'm telling you guys all the stories about my holiday. I will be able to mine out a bunch of stuff because I'm going to need it. I am genuinely surprised with how much dirt we used. I know it usually takes a while for Voxy to get updated. But it is one of those mods that is like, for me, it's worth the wait because it's just so good. Copper needs to go upstairs. I got some, I'm still like getting used to the layout of my storage room to a degree that I'm not like fully naturally. I've just realized I wasn't wearing my helmet all this time. I'm not like fully without thinking, knowing where to go and where to place everything. Obviously that will get better over time as I'm playing here more. It will get so much more intuitive where everything is. Okay, then I have, that one is empty. Hello? Empty. Okay. These ones contain dirt and grass, I think. Yeah, so that's the grass one. Hello? There we go. So that one's empty now. And then we have this one. I literally had a full double chest of dirt. Holy shit. I think it's now just hitting me how much dirt we actually placed this stream. Just a project where you need to dig out a giant hole and you'll never need to mine for stone again. I mean, I guess some people do that. What type of mod is Voxy? Okay, hold on. I will show you in 1 second. I'm just gonna put these in here because I don't need them right now. Also, I don't remember what I was holding here. I need that copper to go in here. Voxy is a mod that helps with distance rendering. So I will quickly sleep and I'll show you. Without Voxy, because I can just switch shaders really quickly. And I have one shader that is really pretty, but it doesn't work with Voxy. So when I walk out here, whee, do you see my house with the beautiful, gorgeous backdrop? Yeah. So that is Voxy. If you're thinking, okay, but why is that so important? I'll apply a shader that turns off Voxy, and then you're going to see the difference. That is Minecraft without Voxy. Hello. Thank you so much for the raid, Snack. I appreciate it. Hello, hello. How was your stream? Thank you for coming over. I hope you had a lovely stream. I was just showing off one of my mods in my game called Voxy that does a lot of my distance rendering, and now my house looks really pathetic. Let me show you what it looks like when Voxy is doing all the heavy lifting. The difference is crazy, I know. Also, now that I'm re-enabling it, everything needs to reload. My stream might lag a little bit, but welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. For anyone who is not following Snack Daddy Sims yet, what are you doing? Go fix that right now. Absolutely wonderful vibes. Thank you so much for coming over. How was Planet Zoo today? I would love, love, love to hear. I hope you had a great time. I want to be fully honest. We were also getting close to wrapping up stream. I just cleaned out my inventory. Does it affect gameplay like field of distance? So technically it does, but doesn't really. That's why people use Voxy instead of using the actual field of distance, because the render distance in Minecraft, there's a maximum to it, and two, it slows your game down like crazy. Voxy is basically an optimized render distance mod. So the fact that I can see literally across the ocean, that I can see all of that, that's all like a low poly version of the blocks. So it doesn't slow down your game as much. You still have to have a pretty good PC to run it, but yeah. It for me, it makes such an important difference in the game because everything just looks 10 times better. Currently teaching myself how to play. It's a tough game. There's so much to do in Planet Zoo. That game is, I'm always in awe of people that know how to play it well and like do all the decoration, because it really scares me. And I'm someone who loves to build in games. So the fact that you're teaching yourself, GG's. I have much respect for that. Do you feel Minecraft itch coming on? I mean, come to the dark side. You can turn off the vine spreading. Wait, really? You can, Jess? I did not know this. I did not know that was a game rule. But, oh my god. But, however, does that completely stop them from growing? I mean, I guess you can still bone meal them, maybe. But also, thank you so much again for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I am also wrapping up. Oops. I wanted to see if I needed to eat, and I accidentally shot an arrow. Well, anyways. Because I have already been live for over 3 hours, and I still need to record something really quickly before I can go to bed, and it's already almost 10:30 for me. So I'm gonna go find us someone to raid as well. Just a little bonfire to wrap up the day. Might be with the newest update. It could be. It could be. But that's so nice. That they needed to add that for a long time. So I'm happy that it's in the game. Even if it was always there and I just missed it. But I'm genuinely happy that it's there. Also, thank you guys so much for today. Thank you for the vibes and hanging out. Allowing me to place, I don't know how many dirt blocks, but a lot. I think I at least placed 2K dirt blocks in today's stream. So I hope you guys enjoyed the vibes. Like I said, we're going to continue with this build project when I'm back from my break. Tomorrow, we have 2 more streams. We have a co-working during the day. And tomorrow evening, we have our pets PowerPoint night. 27 people sent in their pets, and I have made a really fun presentation. I've written down all of your stories and stuff, so I'm gonna present the pets of the community on stream tomorrow during gaming stream or during evening stream. It's just gonna be like a yappy stream. If we do end up having time, like I find it really hard to estimate how much time we need for 27 pets. I genuinely don't know. Like I have no clue how much time I'm gonna spend on it. If it turns out we're done within like, I don't know, an hour, then I guess we can play some more Minecraft. if we take more time, if if we need the entire 3 hours, we'll just take the entire 3 hours. It's just gonna be fun. We're just gonna vibe. We're just gonna do the pets PowerPoint and whatever we have time for at the end. But yeah, I really appreciate you hanging out today. It was I enjoyed it a lot. I am gonna see who we can rate today. I am just gonna do a little check-see to see who all is live. Ooh, is this person almost always ends right as I'm ending as well. I did not fully complete Hosey, no. I have not had the time to play it at all. I mean, to be fair, I could have had the time to play it because I had time to play Minecraft, but I just wanted to play Minecraft rather than Hosey, I guess. But I didn't fully complete it, no. I want to do complete it at one point. Okay, so I think I know who I want to raid. It seems like they're not wrapping up yet. They're very much still busy, so I think this could be fun. This is someone that I like every single time I have the chance, I would love to raid them. It's just very often we wrap up around the same time. Oh, yeah, no, I think I want to do Minecraft tomorrow. Because I'm just so like in my Minecraft phase right now. If we have time to spare tomorrow, I would rather just continue with what we're doing in Minecraft now. Because it's just like, that's the thing that's consuming my brain. I'm like on a high of building right now. And I would just want to entertain myself with that, if that makes any sense. Exactly. Keep it in the zone. Keep it in the zone. But I think that I know who we're going to raid. This person's also playing Minecraft. And like I said, it's someone that I definitely wanted to raid before. We've raided them once, I think. But generally speaking, they wrap up around the same time. So it's someone that I can't always go to. But I think you will like it. I think you guys will like it. They're doing very complicated redstone. So when we were talking about redstone the other day, you guys were like, what can redstone do? I think this is going to be fun. And it seems like they're playing with one of my MCC. I think so. I'm not entirely sure. I think they might be playing with one of my MCC teamies with Duncan. But maybe not. But it could be. I'm not entirely sure because I think Duncan's in-game name is just Duncan. But this person is called Mr. Dunk Mask, which could be... Oh, no, it's Duck Mask. I can't read. Never mind. It's not. It's someone else. I couldn't read this for the life of me. I was like genuinely trying to figure out. But they're doing complicated redstone. So if you guys ever wonder what redstone can do, I think this is going to be fun. Also, thank you, Esther, for putting all those links in chat. If you guys want to join the Discord, if you want to follow me on any of my other socials, if you want to check out my YouTube for all my cozy games, or if you want to check out any of my VODs, if you want to check out the shop, check out the merch, check out my PC sponsor, or check out Oprah GX, which you can do today and tomorrow, and then our campaign with Oprah ends. Feel free to check any of those links that were just posted in chat. And we're going to go say hi to Blundinga. If you guys want to take that raid message, we have the Pride ones for just today and tomorrow, and then Pride Month is already over. So let's go bring some good Pride vibes over to Blundinga. And yeah, I'll be back, like I said, tomorrow with my last day before my breaky. If you want to come hang out, I would love to see you there. If you can't make it tomorrow, I'll be back on July 13th. So you'll have to miss me for a small 2 weeks. But thank you all so much for being here, and I'll catch you guys hopefully tomorrow.